Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome Andrea Hansen, and she is the author of Beyond the Fence. Andrea, can you share with us a little bit about your book?
Yes, absolutely. Beyond the Fence is about a curious leaf. He was sitting at the top of his maple tree where he could see over the fence and into the town. He could see kids running toward their big yellow buses, and he could see blue mailboxes and mail trucks going by, and just all kinds of excitement in the storefronts. And, when the weather turned cold, he and his friends started to change colors and talk about where they might fall. And some of them wanted to fall where it would be safe and warm down together by the fence row. They were afraid to go out into the town and maybe be trampled on the sidewalk. But Eric had seen so many exciting things and he didn't know exactly what was out there, but he wanted to get out there and see some more adventures. And it paid off for him. He held on with his little hands and waited for just that gust and went flying out there. And it's a book about stretching. It's about taking a risk. Sometimes it's not easy to make new friends. Maybe if you move around a whole lot, or if you're in foster care or something like that, or you're just shy. Sometimes it's hard to break into a friend group or try something new. But if you aren't willing to ride that gust, you don't really know what you can achieve or what's out there to be found.
Oh, I love this. This is so cute and such a good message. Getting out of your comfort zone,
Mhm.
making friends with people that you might not have thought about making friends with, or you might be scared to make friends with. So I think that this is great. What age range is your book for, Andrea?
2 to 10.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So, what was your inspiration for writing the book?
Well, I love the fall. I love everything about fall, the changing of the leaves when they start to become yellow and red and orange. I love the cooler weather. I love to go for long walks, sweaters, the foods, the chili, the s'mores. One day we were driving home and passed this big yellow tree that I love to see in the fall. It's right before our driveway. And I pictured those leaves. What if they fell in the road? And that's when I pictured the little hands, like their stems are little hands hanging on for just the right moment to
Yeah.
let go and let the wind take them to safety. And that's really where the story came from.
Uh-huh.
I was shy as a child, I was painfully shy. And as I got older, I started to discover that if I wasn't afraid to get out of my comfort zone or and maybe even make a fool of myself,
Mhm.
I could do some pretty great things. I mean, sometimes I did make a fool of myself, and those aren't really the times I remember. I remember the times where I took a risk and it paid off, and I got to meet new friends. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes you try to break into that friend group and it doesn't work out.
Mhm.
So you move on. And then you find some of the richest friendships. You do some of the coolest things. Maybe you like to play basketball. Maybe you like to paint. Maybe you like to sing, but you're just afraid.
Yeah.
But if you never try it, you don't know what might happen.
Mhm.
And some of my greatest experiences have come out of that stretching.
Yes, it's such a good message. Just getting out of that comfort zone. I really like this. And also, I relate to what you're talking about fall. Fall is also my favorite season. So I think that that's so cool that that was an inspiration for you putting this all together.
Yeah.
Andrea, is there anything else you can share about the book or messages in the book or anything else about yourself?
Well, this book has been with me for a long time. I wrote it 17 years ago when my kids were small. I
Wow.
never really planned to publish it. I just read it to them at night, and it was cool that mom was reading the bedtime story that she wrote.
Yeah.
And we did foster care for several years, and I got to read it to several kids that way as well. And I just started looking into it because I have other children's books that kind of create empathy that are not published yet, that create empathy, especially for older people, neighbors, grandparents, and even a devotional that I'm hoping to finish for adults.
Oh, nice.
And, my kids are at that age where they're in college and looking at careers. And I like to think that Eric helped propel them and push them into many adventures that they're beginning.
Yes, that's great. So taking risks. I think it's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing, Andrea. For anybody who's interested in picking up a copy, again, it's Andrea Hansen, and the title is Beyond the Fence. You can get it on barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, and Apple Books, to name a few. Thank you for being with us today, Andrea.
Yeah, thank you very much.